Hello, Misfits, and welcome to our first review. I'm Caitlin,
I'm Fred.
and we just got back from doing a haunt.
At the Haunted Hotel.
The location is off of 4th Street in Louisville by the U of L campus.
Now, the pricing at this hunt is $25 for regular admission, but they also have a VIP option at $35.
They have been operating for over 20 seasons,
They are an extreme haunt.
so children under the age of 13 are not recommended.
Medical issues beware, such as epilepsies, weak heart, and someone who may have more anxiety issues uh, due to the touching that you may be experiencing inside of this haunt.
They are a touch, so they will push you, pull you, and slam you up against walls.
Now, once you arrive on the scene, you will notice that the building itself is actually done in what used to be a house. And it looks small from the outside, but it is a two-story haunt. You are going to start in the main floor, make your way through to the upstairs, back down to where you will eventually end up in a outdoor maze.
It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get through this haunt. The lines are a little lengthy because they do not just flood you in. There is about a 10-minute gap between each group that they push in, just in case the actors do hold you back a while, so that you do not run into the group in front of you.
Well, not that, but when you first enter in, you're going to get an introduction into the Haunted Hotel, and you're going to visit. The first person you're going to visit is Mr. Gribbins, and he sets a fantastic tone before you actually get directly into the haunt, and it's unique in a way that he wants you to feel like that you're going to be part of the family.
So we're not going to sit here and give away anything.
No, because we do want to hold the surprises that you are going to see inside of there, because they have redone some of the rooms and included some newer scenes as well.
So this year with the actors, it is a new cast.
It's what they call green actors, actors who aren't professional yet or seasoned at their job.
They do act professional though this year, for it being their opening weekend. They use the scenes around you to interact with you. I know he was pushed on a couch by two guys.
And also in what I call the butcher shop, one of the actors, because there was two actors in there, one of the actors took me and pushed me down on what I guess would be the butcher's table, and try to be as convincing as possible to scare me about how he was going to cut me up right then and there.
He probably would.
Yeah, he probably would. Plus, it was the first time I've ever had a man grab my thigh. So.
The makeup and the masks that you see in this haunt are magnificent. They look professionally done. Like most haunts, they just throw the makeup on, but this one just looks like on point.
I mean, it's designed to give you that realism to go with the dark grittiness that you're going to see inside every single scene. And it's designed to make you really feel like that these are the real monsters. Even though they are human, they're not your classic horror monsters that you see at most of your haunts. But they're designed to make you think that these are the human monsters that you're going to encounter.
Most of the actors in there, all of the characters you see in the Haunted Hotel are not based off of characters that you're going to see in movies like some of the haunts do. These are true original characters.
So I would say they did an extremely good job, especially for the cast, just because with them not being seasoned, it seemed like that they were doing really good at getting into their character to allow the outfit that they were in to become the person that they had to be during that time.
Alright, we're gonna move on to the scenes now. The scenes in this warehouse, in this building, are spooky. They're dark, they're gritty, they actually look like an old building. There's fog everywhere.
Lots of fog. Everywhere you go.
That's going back to the medical conditions. If you have asthma and fog machines bother you, this is not a place to go.
No.
But if fog doesn't bother you, go.
One of the other things that you're going to encounter, and I thought it was kind of funny because I actually forewarned her about it, but in one of the scenes they do have what they call shock panels, and they're low voltage shocks, which is actually really cool. But after I warned her, it was coming around one of the corners in this dark section, and I reached around and I put my hand right up on the wall where there just happened to be one, and it got me really good.
I was wearing a hoodie because it was kind of chilly, so I pulled my hoodie up and was fiddling around with my sleeves, so I didn't get shocked. But also, the actors used my hoodie as a weapon against me, pulled the hood up against my head, and pulled me up against walls, and don't wear hoodies.
Yeah, so fair warning, if you're thinking about wearing your favorite hoodie, maybe jacket that has a hood on it, you may want to think about something without a hood.
Also, there are the moving floor panels, so beware of those. There's a lot of like steps. It's a two-story building that they do use the second story, so you will be going up a flight of stairs and then back down the flight of stairs, a different flight of stairs. Just beware of your surroundings on where you're stepping, because there were several places that you could trip and fall, and I don't think they want you to do that,
No.
but be careful.
So, the cool part is, there was one scene that we both enjoyed, because last year we enjoyed it as it was. It was unique, it was great, and extremely interactive. And this season we both agreed that it was even better due to one scene, which was their newer scene outside, which they used a lot of fog, and then they used
Okay, so it's like a enclosed area with a bunch of fog machines, and I got a little bit ahead of him, and he could not see me. He could reach out and touch me, but he could not see me. That's how much fog that they've pushed into this little bit of space, and you have to keep moving, and there's this light just pounding in your face. It takes all of your senses away, and you're like, where am I? Where am I going?
It creates such a level of anticipation, because I have visited between 17 and 18 different type of haunts in my lifetime. And no haunt has ever been able to put that level of anticipation into me the way that this did. Just because, even though she was at arm lengths away, I still felt like that she was completely gone. So it was really cool, it was unique, and you're not going to see that anywhere else.
So, if you really aren't bothered by the touch haunts, this is a really good one to go to in the Louisville area. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I give it a 9.
Why?
The actors aren't fully ready and aggressive like they were last season. They still did their job. They were great. They were awesome. Chainsaw Maniacs were still good. I still liked it, and I felt like that they could have used their environment even more, because they have more overreach options that they could utilize as well, just to get that extra jump scare on you when you're in the outside portion. But overall, the actors did perform really good for it being the majority of their first times working at this haunt. What'd you give it?
I gave it a 9. The scenes are fantastic. Everything seems to have been thoroughly thought through. The makeup and the masks are on point. I'm not easily scared, so I didn't get scared. So that's where my point is being taken away.
Although there is one cool thing, if you're not scared by the Chainsaw Maniacs and one of them does come up and touch your back with that chainsaw, it's like getting a free back massage. So it was actually really cool.
Dork. Alright. On a scale of 1 to 5, for a scare factor, we're going to give it a 4 because we're not easily scared, but this would scare some other people.
I think for most people who are not used to extreme touch hunts and aren't used to be taken out of their comfort zones, I think this scare factor could probably push them to a 5, or if they wanted to come up their own scale, it'd probably be a pretty high scale. So if this isn't one of your normal hunts that you normally go to, then I would recommend you to actually go to this place and experience it for yourself.
We totally think it's worth the money. It's worth the wait in the line. We pay for the Fast Pass, so we didn't have to wait in line that long.
If you got the little bit of extra money to spend on a hunt, I would recommend the VIP for $35 because for 2 people it's $70. You're, like we said, you're going to be in there for about 20-30 minutes, so it's totally worth it. And we would also like to give a shout out.
So we're gonna give a shout out to Kristen.
Peace.
She's the manager at the Haunted Hotel, and she is also a FX mask maker.
Which happens to be this mask right here. We got to meet her for the first time Saturday night, and we learned a little bit about her. We also learned a little bit about her mask creations, and that she actually makes a lot of the masks for the hunt.
She also makes masks for other haunts as well. So shout out to her. We will be leaving links for the Haunted Hotel Facebook and webpage below, as well as the Facebook page for the Sinister FX, where the mask came from.
And there is so many cool masks on there. Not only that, but you can also ask for custom made masks, and they will also, if it ever gets damaged, you can contact them, send it back in, they can repair it for you. These things are durable. So that's one good point. And not only that, but they are a Louisville, Kentucky based company.
And if you want to see more videos from us in the future, subscribe.
And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments below.
If you really like the haunt, if you really like this video, thumbs up.
Otherwise,
Bye.
have a good night.